So you don't know about Priest Zabach?
Who?
Priest Zabach.
Oh, Zabach.
Yeah. I watch his videos on YouTube.
Zabach, yeah.
Israelites. So what tribe are you lot from?
Well, I'm a Benjamin.
What about you? So then I thought, how you lot born and raised here in England, yeah?
Yeah.
So, because I know, how do you pronounce his name? Zabach.
Zabach.
Zabach says that he's an Israelite, he's a real Jew because they were bound and put on ships and made it across to America. Like,
yeah, that's right.
America.
He's right on that.
So you here in England, how's that?
Well, was Zabach bound and took on a ship to America?
Not him, himself. His forefathers.
So my forefathers were bound and took on a ship to the West Indies.
To the West. Oh, okay.
I didn't spring up out of the earth in England, but I'm gonna say this. You also got Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth as well, which Zabach doesn't teach. So he's going off on that. Because you're going to have Israelites that are going to be scattered among the other nations as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so, yeah. Oh, you more or less answered my question, do you know what I mean? That's
what I'm here for.
Okay, yeah. So, how do you feel? How do you personally feel if like a Jewish person came up to you now, like a white Jewish person?
What do you mean? How do I feel?
Are you an Israelite? You're Israelite, innit?
Yeah, I'm an Israelite, right?
What's it called again? David, David.
You talking about the Star of David?
Yeah, but he calls it something else. He calls it
Shield of David.
Yeah, and another name as well. Calls it another.
Magan Dawad or something.
Yeah. He's good. I like the other guy as well, the big one. Who's the big one? He's funny.
Maharaka.
I don't know. He's a big hench geezer.
He's a big whale head.
Yeah. And there's a video where he's got these pictures on the floor, and he's cussing all the white people. And then this white man comes along, and he's just standing there, and he's like, "What do you want?" He's like saying, "What do you want? What do you want?" And then his girlfriend comes along. His girlfriend's like a black woman, fit one, and he goes, "See, she's a hoe." She's a hoe. He says, "You got money, that's why you got this girl." He says, "Look, that woman's with you because she ain't got no respect for herself and she ain't got no respect for her people." Properly cussed him is one of the funny.
But he's right on that.
He's right on that. But I've got to say, I think Priest Zabach I get what he's saying. I hear what he's saying. But I think, it's a bit. I don't know if it's coming from a place of hate as well.
Of course it. No, but there's nothing wrong with hate, bro.
Nah, that's how you feel. There's
nothing wrong with hate, man. You know, because when one people violates another people, then the people that are violated, the victim, has the right to hate his oppressor. You know? Hey, even Hollywood puts it in their movies. Even you get one alien race attacking another race, and the other in the movie, the good guy hates the aliens and he's trying to get revenge. But when we do it in real life, they accuse us of hate. But what did they do to the Iraqis? Was that not hate when they blew the hell out of them? So yeah, brother, you're gonna get love and you're gonna get hate.
That's right.
Love is not evil and hate is not evil. It just depends on how you apply it. You know what I'm saying? Some people deserve hate.
Yeah, it's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because they kind of brainwash you into thinking, oh, okay, we don't hate you, but really they kind of do, innit?
But that's the point.
It's
so it is coming from a point of hate for them, but love for our people.
Yeah, like there's one that I saw where there's a woman from England. She's talking to him because Zabach's going off, and she's like, no, I'm not like that. I like everyone. And he gives it what? He's like, your country, England. He gives it, you lot are the ones who went and raped, pillaged, and robbed all these other countries. And then once you've taken over, you wanted peace. Now you love everyone, yeah. And I thought that was just wicked. See, when I watch those videos, I can't watch it in the morning. Because if I watch it in the morning, then I'll go out with this. I'll go be careful.
You know what?
I might watch it tomorrow.
Because I Israelite, man.
Yeah, man.
I think you one of us, man.
Do you know what?
I think you're one of us, but you know what? Zabach wouldn't teach that, man. Where you from, man?
My parents from India.
From India. But you know you had Israelites that were in India?
Yeah.
Get the book of Matthew, Acts 2 and 5. You had Jews who were among the Elamites, because the people of India are basically the same family group as the Asian Persians, like the Iranians and the Indians. That's just modern day terms that they've put on that, because you remember India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, they were all pretty much the same until they were partitioned. But when you go back into the ancient times, they were known as the Persians or Elam. Like when you watch the movie 300 about Xerxes, Xerxes was of that same people.
Okay,
You understand? But you had Israelites that were among them during the Persian Empire. You even had Israelites that 2,000 years ago, during the time of the Roman Empire, you had Jews that were living in India or Iran or wherever you can say among them. And then even in the slave trade, some of the slaves were taken into India. So a lot of them people of the Punjabi region.
Yes, we're from.
A lot of them we teach a lot of you are Israelites, man. That's why you could dance a certain way and all that. Hey, but I'm gonna prove it in the scripture. See, Zabach will say because you're from India, you know an Israelite. But the fact of the matter is, Israel is scattered among all nations, and not all of them are going to look like Shaft. If your great grandfather looked like Wesley Snipes, but he was living among the Indians and he was dealing with the Indian women, doesn't it make sense that 4, 5, 6 generations down the line, living among that people, you will look like that people? Doesn't it make sense? But your lineage is going to go back to that original man, which is Israel. So that's what we teach. So get me Acts. You know what I want?
It's Acts chapter 2 and reading verse 5. Saying there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
So there were Jews. You had a lot of Jews that were coming from all the different nations. You know?
Now when this night was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Because these Jews that were scattered, a lot of them weren't speaking Hebrew. A lot of them were speaking the languages of the lands that they were living in.
And they were all amazed and marveled, saying to one another, Behold, are not all these who speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born?
So meaning they were born in that land. So you had guys that were born in so-called India.
Parthians and Medes and Elamites.
And Elamites. And Elamites is what you would call a so-called Indian or East Indian. Okay. Like the Iranians, they're all people of Elam. But it tells you right there that you had Jews, Israelites that were living among them. So where those people, they're gonna have descendants that's still living among them today, but they're calling themselves Indians or Punjabis. That's why the word of the Lord has to go out, and the Lord's going to gather certain of them back through the belief in this word. Because I can tell by your spirit, I believe you're an Israelite, man.
Yeah, you know,
But there's a reason why you do that. There's a reason why. Because
you know what, there's something in my spirit that, you know what, there's something that just agrees with me. With
but that shows you Zabach is a fool. That shows you that Zabach ain't on no level, because if you came up to Zabach, he would reject you straight off because he's a carnal.
That's why I was a bit careful when I come up to you, because I've heard him say, oh, the East Indians treat them like this, and then also
which is true,
but that's over there probably. I'm not sure.
But guess what? We can't be ignorant to the fact that among the East Indians, they're gonna be Israelites, man. You can't be ignorant. This thing ain't just like that, man. You can't be spiritual. Scripture. Well, we read it right there. You had people that were born in Elam, and that was 2,000 years ago. So imagine the children today, they're still gonna be there, and not just one or two of them. There's gonna be millions of them, which we believe a lot of them people in the Punjabi regions, a lot of them so-called Dalits. We believe that they're Israelites, man.
But then Zabach doesn't believe that.
Because Zabach is carnal.
Is it Zabach that turned the...
Where you had a great millstone?
Is it Zabach that turned that Korean?
Yeah, the Korean dude, he did the same thing. You had a great millstone, GMS?
No, I've heard of it, I'm not sure what it is.
But that's who we are. We're known as Great Millstone. Okay. Yeah, and we're the only group really that teaches that you're going to have Israelites that are going to look like the other nations from among the other nations. And that's biblical. That's coming out the Bible. I just showed you that.
Yeah, you did.
I just showed you
that's changed my perspective on Zabach a little bit. Because truthfully, I like the way he argues with people.
He ain't wrong in everything, because a lot of what he teaches, we teach. But he ain't 100%. You know, maybe he gonna get it, maybe not. But Great Millstone, we teach the whole truth. And part of the whole truth, whether you like it or not, is you're gonna get Israelites that look like so-called white people. Because their lineage might go, you don't know, their lineage might go to a so-called white man, an Israelite man. Like Rio Ferdinand and guys like that, man. What are their kids gonna look like? They're dealing with white women. Their kids might look like white boys, but their lineage goes back. So, hey, it's spiritual. That's why you got to deal with the book. Hey, it's funny you came up here, man. But that's the spirit, because you've been watching, but he ain't been getting what he needs from them. Now the spirit had it where he come and heard the full truth, and that's the spirit, brother, whether you receive it or not.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, I don't know. What can you say? You can't describe it, but is there some sort of, you feel it though?
Hey, give this brother the apostles and elders sight, man.
Yeah, there's something, you just feel it.
Hey, you see, you know.
Jake, man.
Hey, I thought he was a Jake. I was thinking this guy is a Jake. The way he's talking about it, the way he's, but you see, you're gonna get an ass wipe that's gonna come on the comment board. You guys just saying it's a Jake because you like him. You guys are gonna be put to death, man. Okay? You gotta teach the whole truth, man. Didn't we just straight away one scripture shows Zabach is an asshole, and he ain't spiritual, and he's not really a man of the Lord, man. Now is he gonna wake up out of that madness? Hey, this is a growth thing, so he might wake up one day and recognize the error of his way, the Lord correct him, or he could just stay in that position and be put to death, man, because that's an abomination what you're doing, man. The scripture says the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, man. So if you're being carnal, you're already being an enemy of the Lord. It don't matter if you're out there teaching about Israel. If you ain't teaching the truth in the spirit of the Lord, you just an entertainer then.
So you're saying spirit bearing witness of our spirit, man. It's all about the spirit. It ain't about your locale, man.
Hey, we're here every Saturday, brother.
I'll pass through, definitely.
All right, brother. All right.
So he got something useful out of that, man.
He got edified, which Zabach would have just
dismissed him.
You know. I mean, we could go back to finish the topic. You know how it is out here. It's a spirit. Which a lot of you cats out there talking about you like to criticize the prophets that are out here. Pan the camera. We out here. See, if we went out here, would he have been able to run into us? You know what I'm saying? You guys are out at home. You have your little discussions in your damn community center, and then you wanna come and talk about the prophets. First of all, you ain't been out here. You don't know how the spirit works, man. When you're out here, things happen that are out of your control, man. You know? Hey, sometimes you might go to curse someone out, but then the spirit, like the first guy that